It's been a minute since we've had to dish out a warning. Don't fall victim to a pump and dump. Hit the like and subscribe. Let's talk about the most trending comic books in the world. Number 10 on the list, we have Age of Apocalypse Alpha #1. This just came out with a cover done by Joe freaking Mad. So fitting, dude. And can you believe it's been 30 years since Age of Apocalypse, which is what's been touted, which I agree with, as a perfect event comic book.
Definitely one of my favorite reads. Has it been 30 years? Oh my God. All of that Apocalypse stuff was so amazing, and Joe Mad did the art back in the day. He is with a vengeance doing another incredible Wolverine cover. This features Wolverine with his severed hand that still has the claws you know and love. $50 average sales for this book that's new this week.
You just saw this Wolverine in Deadpool Wolverine, and this is kind of a funny thing, but I mean, this came out in 1995, The Age of Apocalypse. I think I read this when I was like 10 years old or so. And I think it was my very first introduction to Seattle, believe it or not, right? Because they had the acid rain, of course.
Absolutely.
But like the core, I think is what it was called, where you actually see Apocalypse put the humans, and this is where you see just how oppressive of a mutant he is. And that was set in Seattle. Crazy stuff. I'm so hyped about this run. I am... Like, full disclosure, I'm in and out of X-Men a lot. I have not caught up, but seeing this on the list is making me want to reread The Age of Apocalypse and jump in now, because I recall that event ending with the destruction of this timeline. So, I mean, are they going to mess this up? Like, it was perfect, right? But then you got Jeff Loeb and Simone DeMeo. So I think we're in good hands.
Number 9 on the list, a book that I swear was worth more money just a little while ago, Uncanny X-Men number 248. This is the first time we see Jim Lee's art on the cover of X-Men. What a beautiful cover. It's got this pink background. There's a second print that's available that has a gold background. $10 average sales, $100 for CGC 9.8. I remember back in the comic boom of the 90s, this book was huge, and it was seriously a $25 to $40 raw book. So there are definitely more of them out there, and I just think there's less demand, but we are seeing a lot of copies sell this week. It's a 100% increase in copies sold.
I didn't see anything. To be honest, anything Jim Lee relevant is going to be in the DC side of things. I mean, we were talking about him last week with the James Gunn announcement, you know, the Lex in the war armor. I don't know what's going on besides a handful of books on this very list I think are just dropping in price to such an extent that they're becoming trending. Because this is a strong increase in copies sold. Moving on to number 8 on the list, Bad Idea, Cul-de-sac, number 1, $6 average sales, an increase of copies sold of 300%. I got a chance to read issue number 1. It's freaking superb.
It is really good. Now, the fact that I had been hearing so much buzz about this as the book that they had driven the stake through the CGC cover, okay, cool. You got a gimmick that people are talking about, but is the story good? It absolutely is. I read this morning, and it's worth picking up. Go find a copy out there.
You got Mike Carey from X-Men, Sandman, and you got Jonathan Weishak from Spawn Violator. And it's a story about a family of vampires. And I don't want to get into it too much, but it's about legacy, it's about vampire hunters, and it's about the kids of the monsters. And this is a twist on a vampire tale that I think people are going to really enjoy. And you got a tease of this in Planet Death number 1. So I was already primed for Cul-de-sac because Planet Death was so damn good. Bad Idea is available worldwide now. They've moved beyond the like boutique offering. So hit up your LCS and pick up some Bad Idea comic books. It's a good idea is what I'm saying.
And if the story isn't enough reason to pick it up, we have an open-to-order variant that was done by Tony Fleece himself, who you know from Feral and Stray Dogs, plus a 1 in 100 by Jim Mafood. Some awesome cover artists out there. You got to go pick up this book.
And shout out to my brother Ant over at Bird City. He released a Batman 880 Jock homage by Jonathan Marks and the Rob Zicki homage to Null's first appearance in Venom number 3.
Number 7 on the list. Here's another great book from the 90s boom. Hitting the list, Amazing Spider-Man number 361, first appearance of Carnage.
Say that 9-8, dude. Oh, it hurts.
$100 for a raw sale, only $290 for a 9.8. We are seeing a 139% increase in copies sold this week. Now, this one makes a little bit more sense because I know that there is a signing that has Randy Emberlin and Mark Bagley in it. There's also Bendis available, so you can do your Ultimate Spider-Man as well. But we know as far as having a Bagley Emberlin cover, this is the one that a lot of people want. And since they're doing a signing over at CGC, people are buying this book to crack and submit.
Yo, if you're getting a 9.8, skip the direct market copy. I'm seeing newsstands hit $350. Dude, some people are just going on there, on the platforms they buy these books, and they're just doing buy it now prices, which is fine if you really want a book.
Sure.
But yo, just get the newsie. They're going for too close. Something's wrong. This book is clearly selling for too cheap, and the newsstand price has gotten just abysmally low that I'm going to pull a full TMNT Ronin, skip the 9.8, go for the one step better, grab the barcode. Thank me later.
Getting the newsstand is definitely a good idea. If you start looking at what the record high was at Heritage Auctions in 2021, yeah, I know Comic Boom, but $1,600 for that book, that's just painful.
There's no plans for Carnage, as we know, in like the big screen anytime soon, like Woody Harrelson or anything like that. But there's a lot of rumors about the next video game that it's going to focus in on Carnage, absolute Carnage. Will that spike things? Probably a little bit, but this book is too damn cool to sell for this cheap. Let's move on to number 6 on the list. I love this comic book. This comic means a lot to so many different people, and it sells around the same time every single year. We've been making the trending video for over 7 years straight, and every single year we see Amazing Spider-Man 36 from 2001. This is hitting $85 average sales, $135 for a CGC 9.8, the all-black cover tribute to 9/11.
This is a tough book for many reasons. It's a tough read. Everyone in the story is mourning because of the tragedy that happened on 9/11.
Don't you think it's extremely important that every single comic fan reads this book? Like, it was a triumph to have it even made as quickly as they did. And the fact that Marvel did it so tastefully was so damn impressive.
Absolutely. To be able to keep up with the whole 9/11 never forget, this is one of those books, and especially as a comic book collector, someone that I think every single person should have. Now, that being said, this is not the week to buy it because the prices definitely go up around September 11th every single year. We're seeing a 117% increase in copies sold. It's a tough book because of condition, because it's all black. And again, it is just a really sad read, and it's important that there's hope at the end of it, and there always ends up being hope at the end of the tunnel. But it's a book you should be buying and you should be keeping in your collection.
Number 5 on the list, we have Iron Man, issue number 150. We got Tony Stark, Iron Man, going up against Victor Von Doom. $85 average sales, $8.99 for a CGC 9.8. For a book that came out in 1981, it's a little bit thicker, because it's that, 150th anniversary issue.
Sure.
And it's tougher and high grade. The heights this book reached was $1,700 in 2024 when things were going bananas. But really, I would say it was an outlier price. It was probably closer to $800 what it's selling for now. An increase of 100% because we're starting to see marketing. Because, if you want to know where the MCU is going, the best place to really focus in on is the toys that they're going to be selling, the merchandise. And overseas, they're doing a bunch of different stuff, and we actually get to see some of our first shots of the design of Victor Von Doom. There was also Doom, Victor Von Doom. I love Dune. This is Victor Von Doom. Well, we have a light show of sorts where you see a lot of different angles.
Sure.
You see Doom on throne. It looks so damn cool. But there is a straight shot of Victor Von Doom in the full armor holding up somebody very similar to that Secret War shot where he rips the spine out of Thanos. I think the Doom hype is real, but this book spiking because of it, it still has me confused.
Avengers Doomsday comes out in December of 2026. My recommendation, find a raw book. This is from the Copper Age. There are a ton of them out there. You can find high grades, get them graded. It'll be back before the movie. You'll thank me later.
You have 24 hours left to support the show directly. ComicTom.com. Join the mystery mail call. We pack a box with love. You support the show, but we send you a guaranteed exclusive to this month and 3 to 4 other comic books. And we're talking John Boy Myers, Black Hat, trade dress, Canada Fan Expo exclusive, as well as a Lucio Perillo Black Hat swimsuit exclusive from San Diego. You get your back issues and you get your Joe Doyle Alien Xenomorph print. Yo, I'm so hyped on Alien Earth right now that I thought this was perfect timing. And you have under 24 hours to join. ComicTom.com, link in the description. I want to send you comic books, and let's move on to number 4 on the list with Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, number 1, $30 average sales, $225 for a CGC 9.8. I am not a huge fan of spec based off of movie title alone or like theme alone. Yeah, there may be some references. There may be some, this is a freaking fantastic book. You should read this book, but I would recommend the trade dress over this if you're specking. But who knows? Because how hyped are you for Supergirl? It's going to be superb.
I'm very excited. And the fact that this is a Tom King story, it would make excellent source material for anything they're pulling out of. But keep in mind that the fact that, Supergirl's been around since, the late 1950s, there is a lot of potential. So this isn't the only thing that you should be speccing on. Yes, it's available, but hold off your horses until we get a little bit more information.
Well, we got the first appearance of Krem of the Yellow Hills, the antagonist that's introduced in this issue. But there's rumors right now that he's actually going to be in the movie, but more monstrous. So, yeah, it's his first appearance here, but the way he's depicted on screen is probably going to be very different. But this book is spiking because of that news. But if it's different, then why get excited about that?
Back in the early days of this list, we were talking about Justice League of America number 10. First appearance of Dr. Light, showed up in the show, was not anywhere near what the original comic book version was, and that book fell off. And unfortunately, if Krem is not close to the book, it'll probably have the same fate.
Which brings us to number 3 on the list with Street Fighter number 1 from 1993. $25 average sales, $185 for his CGC 9.8. Seems kind of low to me, to be honest. We have the first appearance of so many characters from Street Fighter. Doesn't it feel kind of good to see this book on the list trending? I mean, it's a cool-ass book, dude. Increase the copy sold to 467%. I kind of want one. There's under 109.8 on the census. Granted, it's a 90s book.
Sure.
But 97 copies in total seems so low for this. And the heights this book ever reached was $290. So it's not even selling for that much less than its height, which tells me that there's a lot of potential. Potentially, if Jason Momoa, Davis Dalsmachin, Andrew Schultz, like if they kill it in the role for Street Fighter, I think this movie hype is going to be real. But hopefully it's just not shit. I mean, as long as the movie doesn't suck, I think we're going to see more Street Fighter long term. Keep in mind, a lot of people poo-pooed like the Mortal Kombat movies. They're pretty damn good.
I am no stranger to putting my quarter up. I mean, and I'm excited to see 50 Cent as Balrog and Jason Momoa as Blanca.
Dude,
like
50 Cent, dude,
right?
What?
These are some characters that I think we have good actors who can do it. But I've been waiting again since the early 90s, spending all of my quarters down at, Spaceport in Northgate. And yeah, this is kind of a dream come true for me being a kid from this era.
Like and subscribe, download Key Collector, just code TOM101. You're going to unlock a free 2-week subscription of the app. It's going to change your comic hunting game. And if you're somebody who's like, I don't even know where to start in regards to collecting comics, like I feel you. I've been there. We've all been there. Key Collector is going to make it really easy for you because you can look up events like Age of Apocalypse and just see what you should read. There's like reading orders. There's so many books, but you can find out what order to read them in so you can get the whole story. Or you can look up characters or franchises like Street Fighter and see any notable comics that may be worth knowing when you're on the hunt so you can get a good deal because there's like suggested pricing. You can catalog your comics. Support the show. Download Key Collector Comics. Number 2 on the list, Spawn number 9, first appearance of Angela, $20 average sales, $95 for a CGC 9.8. I mean, it's early Spawn. They made a lot of them, but that still seems kind of tough because how tough of a white cover is this book? You traditionally get really high-grade copies, except the white cover has some type of mark.
There's always some type of rub or something on this. It's a 233% increase in copies sold this week because we're supposed to see Angela showing up in Marvel Rivals. If you want something super tough, I suggest you look for the newsstand. Absolutely. Because that's the one we know there are copies out there. There aren't enough on the census, and that one will definitely go for a premium.
Are you playing Marvel Rivals? Let me know your favorite character in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. We make this video every single week, and the number 1 was trending book in the world after the series was canceled on the day of release. After 24 hours, a recall notice being sent out, we see the word controversy, recalled, rare, scarce in the titles being changed on eBay, and the book's going from a $5 book now selling for $30, being listed for $50. What in 50 is being listed for $300? We call this, ladies and gentlemen, a warning of a pump and dump. Am I wrong, Russ? Number one on the list, we have Red Hood number one from 2025, $20 average sales.
The whole thing is unfortunate, and we're not making any statements at all other than comic book wise. What we have seen happen before in the past is when you have something like this, it is not long-term. People are buying copies of it because they're hearing controversy, they're hearing canceled, they're hearing recalled. The whole run has been canceled. DC came out and said, at DC Comics, we place the highest value on our creators and community and affirm the right to peaceful individual expression of personal viewpoints. Posts or public comments that can be viewed as promoting hostility or violence are inconsistent with DC's standards of conduct. So without getting too far into anything, the person that created the book said something, and DC wants people to remain as neutral as possible. And that's why this is so difficult, because when you go to eBay and see people freaking out and selling and spending all of this money, it's just because there's a lot of hype and frenzy. Does it deserve to be? Sure, it is in the public mind. Everyone is talking about how much hype and frenzy this book has. But if you look at every other time we've had some type of recall or cancellation or something from any publisher, not just DC, the ones that are valuable and end up retaining a little bit of value would be like the Action Comics where Superman's drinking a beer, and that had to get recalled, right? If you have the all-star Batman and Robin where Supergirl's swearing and it's not blacked out, and then that was recalled. Sure, that's worth a premium. But when you have a controversy that's based on the creator, and the creator themselves has done something or said something that does not align with the values of the company, those books do not have a lot of long-term hold. If you're interested, you want to buy it, you can try. DC issuing the please return all of the books and destroy them, do not sell them. Yeah, that is a recipe for shops who want to make money to go on eBay and jack the price up as high as they can because they know they're not supposed to. And that is the epitome of a pump and dump.
We have giant names on incentives, dude. We got Gabriel Del Otto, we got Jim Lee, and this is a recipe for disaster. If you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to get in early, I'm going to hunt for this book and get it now before it's too late. Mind you, the book came out. This was everywhere on Wednesday, and the hype started Wednesday. Imagine how many sales have to happen for Key Collector to showcase this in the trending 20 for a book that came out. Typically, when we're looking at trending books in any given week, the list comes out on Thursday evening. So it tallies all the sales that took place within the last 7 days. These numbers came in within 48 hours and is landed justifiably on the trending 20, and which is why we're putting it at number one, because it's clearly top of mind for all collectors because they're seeing it. If you pull up your Instagram right now, you scroll a little bit, you're going to see something about this book.
Sure.
So it's already sold is my point. It's already out there. It's too little too late if there's going to be any type of scarcity added to the equation to make this a long-term potential book to bank on. I think you should avoid it. I think you should wait 6 months. What would be your gut if someone bought the 1 in 50 for the $300 listing that's on my screen? What the 1 in 50 is going to be in 6 months? My gut says sub $20.
Yeah,
what about you?
Probably $10 to $12, and that has nothing to do with whatever's with the content of the book. The demand will just not be there. Everyone's gonna forget.
Let us know what you think. Are we wrong? Let us know in the comment section below. And stay tuned because we're going to announce 10 different giveaway winners at the end of this. And of course, as always,
Geek responsibly.
enough said. And that's the end of the show, Russ. And if you want to be like one of the many giveaway winners we're about to announce, all you have to do is go to comictom.com, link in the description, put your phone number in, join our SMS group, our text message group. This is where we source all of our giveaway winners from. And clearly we do a ton of them. If your phone number ends in 4152 1115 0710 0408 or 4838. Check your phones. And we have to say this because we're also available on SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes. So not everybody can see the screen.
And if your name happens to be Herberth Guerra, Jake Palermo, Kevin Keedy, Kason Anders or Javier Gutierrez, you have already won. Go respond to your text message and get that free book.
We appreciate you guys. We'll see you very soon.